What's going on, everybody? Robert back again with another video for you guys, another trucking video. Remember, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on those bell notifications so that you guys will get notified every single time that I put a video out. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about why you guys should not be working for owner-operators or even a small trucking company with maybe 1 to 4 or 5 trucks. We're going to be talking about that in this video. You're not going to want to miss it. So guys, over the past few years, a lot of people have went to work for owner-operators, maybe somebody that's leased onto a larger company, or maybe somebody that has their own authority with maybe 1, 2, or 3 trucks. And I'm here to tell you that before in the past, it was okay to do stuff like that because obviously you would get paid more working for an owner-operator, but nowadays it's kind of taken a turn for the worst. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, if you look at the freight market, we have been seeing rates that are extremely low, like so low that an owner-operator is not going to be able to run his truck at a profit. I mean, we're talking about rates as low as like $1.50, and at $1.50 or even $2 a mile, I promise you, you're not running out of profit. And if you are running out of profit, it's like razor thin. And I promise you, those owner-operators do not have a lot of money that they can ride this market out. So guess who suffers? It's going to be the driver. Now, if you guys know from my previous video, I was in a similar situation like this. I was working for a guy that had a small company, had his own authority and everything, but we were working at razor thin margins, and there just wasn't enough left over for me as a driver driving that truck to get paid, especially at a high CPM. Now, some things you need to know about owner-operators is that most of the time they don't have like a lot of money saved up. I would say a lot of them do, but most of them do not. Like, they may have enough money saved up in the bank for maybe like a major breakdown or something, but as far as like paying payroll, they really don't have anything saved up for that. So basically, if you're working for an owner-operator, whenever they get paid, you should be getting paid also. And right now, margins, I mean, they're kind of running at a loss and just don't have any money to pay you guys. So if you're planning on going to work for an owner-operator, you really need to keep that in mind, that the freight market right now is just horrible, and the person that you're probably working for is probably running at a razor thin margin as it is. And if things get really tough, I promise you they're going to look out for themselves over you. So right now in the market, I definitely would not be working for an owner-operator or a small trucking company with their own authority with 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 trucks. Just not worth it to me unless they have like a lot of capital saved up and you know you're getting paid every week. But as far as my opinion goes, I would not be working for any of those people, owner-operator, small company. Now, let's say you're working for an owner-operator right now, and what do you need to look for as far as maybe things are getting pretty bad? Well, the first thing that you need to look for is, are they paying loads on time? So if you guys do a load, let's say you're getting paid every week. If you do a load this week, are you getting paid for every single load that you did this week on your next paycheck, which would be next week? Now, if you guys are hitting and missing loads, like they would pay you for, let's say you did 4 loads and they only pay you for 3, that might be an indicator that they're having some money issues. Another thing that you could look for is if, like, say when you're doing your pre-trip and you notice that something needs to be fixed, if they're not willing to fix it or they're just kind of letting it go, that's probably another indicator that they're having money issues and that things are looking down. You probably need to look for another job. Now, another indicator that you need to be looking for is, as far as maintenance, if let's say you have something that's like shocks or a leaf spring that needs to be replaced or pretty much anything that needs to be fixed, if they're not willing to fix that or they're just willing to let it go, then that's an indicator that they're having some money issues and you need to be careful. Now, something else you need to be wary about is if your fuel card isn't working like it should. So when you go fuel up every day, most of the time there's a limit as far as like daily amount that you can fuel up, and if you hit that amount, then that's fine. But if somebody's having money issues, for the most part, whenever I had my own truck, I used to have to put money on my card every week. So I would put, you know, $1,500 or $2,000 on my prepaid fuel card. Most people have that. Not a lot of owner-operators will have it to where they're using credit. Most of the time it's all prepaid. So they would put money on a fuel card and then that's what they would use for the week. Now, if you're getting to the point where that fuel card isn't working, then that either means that they don't have the money to put on that fuel card, or they're just trying to really nickel and dime to get you enough fuel that you can make it down the road and deliver the load. And if that's the case, that's a pretty big indicator that they're having some issues. So guys, if you're working for an owner operator and any of these things are happening to you at this moment, you need to be careful. You might need to start looking for another job, especially if they start not paying payroll. And if you start missing a week or missing 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, or you get in my situation where you haven't been paid a month and then you got a load that's a month behind, that might be an indication that they're probably running out of money. I just wanted to pass this off to you guys just so that you can look for these things. If you are in a situation as far as working for an owner operator, they're not bad. I mean, obviously the market's really bad right now. It's most of the time it's not their fault. You know, they're trying to do the best that they can do with what they got. And right now the market is just unforgiving, and you really need to be mindful of that. A lot of these owner operators are really good people. They want to do right, but in most cases it's really the market's fault, not the owner operator. Just keep that in mind. If you do have any disputes with an owner operator, just know that they're having a rough time too. Okay, everybody's has it rough right now. Try to be cordial with them. Try to solve the problem, not make the problem worse. And if you're not working for an owner operator, I would recommend that you don't go work for an owner operator at this time. Though in the past you would get paid more money working for a smaller trucking company or an owner operator, right now the way the market is and the way margins are razor thin, I just would not do it. I would go look for a stable, secure company that you know that you're going to get paid every single week and that you're not going to have any issues. But that is my advice to you guys today. I appreciate you guys watching the video, and like always, if you're new to the channel, subscribe button, turn on those bell notifications so that you guys will get notified every single time that I post content on here. And until next time, keep it between the ditches.